Table 3 getter, go up to your drawer and get out your materials. To get your cans, you're gonna come over here and you're gonna find a whole variety. I also insist that you bring cans from home to replace the ones you're taking. For your metal project, you're gonna need a cardboard backing. I recommend that your project is about the size of a record cover. It needs to be biggish, okay? I'm gonna use this and cut it down. For cans, you have your piece. You have a rolling pin, a softener or smoothing tip as well, a pair of scissors. 3-in-1 will be our glue, okay? To open a can, it's pretty straightforward. You do want to be safe, it can slip, but just puncture a hole right under the lid, okay? And as you do so, you cut. Just cut as close to the lip as you can. It starts to tear. You do want to watch this metal. It does bite you if you're careless. Okay, moved it. There's a lot of ways to do that. Do the same thing at the bottom. I'm gonna poke a hole. Careful not to let it slip. Once you have that done, then you open it down the edge. And here comes the scary part. To get these flanges, you snip, snip, snip all around the top, and it will flatten out. Okay? To flatten it then is a matter of pressing it. You want the edges to be dulled and flattened, nothing protruding or poking. I'll show you how to flatten it in another way in a moment. It often helps to curl it the opposite way, back and forth. In this way, you start getting a flat piece. You go through, you remove any sharp edges. This burnishing tool. This burnishing is an important step. I have cut myself many times on open aluminum edges. This will also allow you to start creating some texture if you want the metal to reflect and feel mottled. You would just simply press it out and you'll see that it starts to shine and reflect more light if it's mottled. Back and forth until you're happy with a piece that's flat enough. If you wish to draw, just to get some shapes going, feel free to use a Sharpie. That would be your tool. Cut with your scissors. Again, try to cut from the sides. Don't destroy a whole piece of metal that somebody else can use by cutting out only the middle. And there's this shape. Perhaps it's a wave, or perhaps it's a ray of the sun or a flower. Pretending that this is your cardboard base, all you need to do, I don't want to waste the glue right now, is just squeeze a little bit, hold and press. And it will take a little bit. It doesn't dry right away, but it will be good glue for your metal. 3-in-1. Mr. Zisk has it. Regarding scraps, I don't need the bottoms and the tops of cans unless you have an idea with them. And pretending I was done with this and I didn't want the rest, I'm not going to recycle this. I'm going to give it to students coming after me. To recycle, you find the blue recycle bin. Scrap, you put it in the clear bin. This piece by Alice is one of the finest I've ever seen in metal. She's using all the colors of the cans for all the varieties. And she's using 3-in-1 glue, as you see, even the tabs, to create a very beautiful reflective surface. Kyle did a phenomenal piece in metal, using the reflective quality of it so well and lots of alcohol ink. Husna built this using the metal as a sky. Jade combined cardboard and metal for this delightful piece that was illustrated in a book.